What up? It's the Grandpa MC coming at you with another video. Like, subscribe, share, comment. All right, man. Training camp news. And this is going to be about the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams and the potential problem or issue. It's an issue right now. It's not a problem right now, but it is an issue that needs to be looked at and thought about a little bit as the season starts and goes on. It's been reports out of the training camp that Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator that came from Detroit, that brought them a lot of notoriety with their offense and how they went about it, he's frustrated with Caleb Williams. If I'm not mistaken, I remember one report that said he had to kind of kick him out of practice or maybe kick him out all the way. And it's a video from training camp, and they were doing drills. It was him and the other quarterbacks, and they were trying to throw into that net with the three different squares where the quarterbacks throw in. That's for their accuracy, I'm assuming. And he was missing tremendously bad. He was missing really bad. Like, his first one was a little off, second one was further off, and the other one hit somebody. I think it was three balls he threw. Might have been four. But each one was worse than the other, and the last one hit somebody outside the net. And he ran off. I mean, he didn't run off. He stormed off in a huff, and came back, was coming back. But, like, you know how you do when you are frustrated with stuff when you're a kid. You gotta throw that little tantrum and then come back, I guess. But they're saying that he also, well, it's been well known that he's not one of the traditional quarterbacks that's gonna go through the reads and then throw. He's gonna kind of shuffle around, run around, and look for somebody that's open, which is good sometimes when you're 6'5", 200 something pounds, not when you're 5'11" to 6 feet and maybe 200 pounds. It's not gonna be the same thing. You can't play like that. That's the reason, like, he's on the short quarterback. He's in the short quarterback spectrum. Now, when you're a short quarterback, you got to do certain things. You can't play off script because, for one, your height won't allow you to get away with missing somebody. Now, like, take Big Ben. That's one of my favorite quarterbacks. One of my favorite quarterbacks. Because, anyway, Big Ben was big enough to shrug off pass rushers, and he had a basic concept of how to throw, where to throw the ball. He had a basic concept in his head, but then, like, if it didn't go right, he would go off script, play backyard football. That's what Big Ben did. I gotta admit, I remember when Big Ben was in his prime, and I was talking to dudes that I was working with, and they was talking about, this was when Peyton Manning was at his height. And I didn't even really give any pushback on it because I knew what kind of quarterback Big Ben was. He wasn't on the Peyton Manning level where he was just going to dissect your defense. Dissect your defense. He was he had his basic reads, and then if it didn't go that way, he would go off script. That's how he would do. But anyway, getting back to Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams doesn't seem like he's ever had to conform to any kind of system. But I don't think this is gonna work with Ben Johnson. Now, you know, Ben Johnson's a new head coach, and he's gonna be given a little cushion before they start sending the dogs out for him, so to speak. So the rest of the team is pretty good. I know they lost Keenan Allen on offense. They might have lost a couple of other players, but they have a pretty good team overall, defensively and offensively. And I want to say, special teams kind of let them down last year. Think about that Washington game. But yeah, man, I myself wasn't too sold on Caleb Williams just from what I saw. Like a lot of people give him, a lot of people is giving him a pass for when he was in college and they lost that game and he ran into the stands and crawled in his mom's arms. Like, I don't know about all that. I know it's a different time. Football is not like war and all this other stuff, but you can't lead men in that position and expect them to follow you when things go awry and you seem frustrated, because at the essence of quarterbacking is overcoming adversity. You have to be the tree in the wind, so to speak. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to be able to withstand the storm and make the other guys feel like it's gonna be okay. And he doesn't give off any of that. I ain't gonna get into the other stuff, like, his lifestyle and all that. That's his business. That ain't none of my concern. Only thing I'm thinking about is how it's gonna affect the Chicago Bears going forward. That's the only thing as far as just watching them. That's it. I don't care about none of all that other stuff because it's a different time. All these players, football and baseball, basketball, maybe even hockey. But hockey is a little bit more violent. Is a little bit more violent at its core than all the other sports. But football is a violent game too, even though they done softened it up a whole lot. So we'll see how this plays out. But it's gonna be some eyes on the Chicago Bears this year, because they expecting the offense to be kind of like Detroit. That was Jared Goff. That ain't Caleb Williams. We'll see. Caleb Williams. We'll see. So that's pretty much all I gotta say on that, man. For the head to make the donuts. Grandpa, get back at you. Out.